Alrighty, day 3. I still have no idea what I'm doing other than drafting rooms, finding new things, and trying to make my way through this game, trying to reach room 46. I sort of have an idea as to how to reach it now with the whole greenhouse and broken lever and one or two other things that I'm sure I'm forgetting, but right now I just want to keep wandering around, drafting rooms that I've never been in before, and just seeing new things and putting things together. I don't feel this game's thrown, I would say, traditional puzzles at me yet. It's just that I need to see more, and I think the answers will come naturally, as weird as that sounds. Alright, just getting set up here. I have audio. The audio is a little bit loud. Let me just decrease that a bit. Alright, so I think we're good to go. I have updated my notes a bit. Replaced a couple of the screenshots with bigger ones and whatever else. I may come back and refer to these. Well, I probably will come back and refer to these during the stream as I see things that I need to either note take or come back and look at, such as, you know, this safe code. But yeah, I have done a little bit of work on that while you haven't been looking. Immediate goal is that I want to reach the office and I want to read the electronic mail. Anything else that I get tonight is a bonus. And as for time, I'd like to go for about 3 hours, but that will take me past midnight, so we will see. I'm starting a bit late tonight because I was doing some other recording earlier. So I have been thinking about this, and it sucks that we can reach the outer room, but we need to use 5 steps to do it. We're at 70. I'll go outside and do this, but this is going to burn 5 steps. And YouTube, I apologize. You did not see this, but immediately after I finished the stream, what I did is I went over there and I crafted a shelter. I took a very brief look inside. I did not play with the computer or the safe inside it. If I see shelter here, I'll go for it. Yep, we'll go for it. What else do we have? Trading post, shelter, and root cellar, which, again, I haven't seen a shovel, so let's go with this. It protects us from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. I looked down here, I didn't really fiddle with anything, and then cut off the stream. But we're down to 67, I can't read steps at the moment. It's going to be 65 before we get back in the house. So we can craft a room here, but we lose 5 steps. So when Carcass is in chat and says this place is cozy. You reckon? I mean, I could live here, but it looks a little bit harsh for me. Too much metal. Time lock safe. I'm guessing that's going to open in a couple of days' time. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Can't read. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. 3 of us, huh? Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. The Red Guard is due tomorrow, so I wonder if this is in relation to the heist, the museum heist. Disabled remote access to the other terminals, yep, we've seen that, and have sealed the network mainframe. Interesting. Unfortunately, this doesn't count as a bedroom. I can't do anything with that. I did play with the computer. I saw a time lock option. I did not touch it. That's sound effect. Radiation monitor. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. We've been there. If the reading is 12, what is that, microsieverts? I should know that. I think it's microsieverts. Emergency protocol will initiate, and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Wow. So it's 0.07 at the moment, so that's way too low. Time lock safe. The shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. This will be nice, but the thing is, I don't know what the date is. I've seen the date somewhere, but I've not been paying attention. No, not that. It's November. Where would it be? I think we saw that information in the library. I need to learn the days. If we can learn the dates, we can open the time lock safe, but it means that maybe we need to have a run that lasts for over an hour. Okay. So that can open all the doors in the house, and there's something in there if I learn the days. I'm tempted to go back and watch my previous stream, but I don't want to do that. I'm not that vain. I've seen we can't go this way. Can't go left. Because this plank of wood is on the opposite side. I assume that opening the garage is what causes that plank of wood to move into the correct location. And it's even worse than this because we're going to get back inside and we're going to have lost 6 steps. Not good. Not good at all. Alright, let's do it again. The parlor are gems. All 3 statements are false. That can't be true. Or can it? I don't know. Don't make me use my brain. It's been a difficult day at work. My gut feeling is it's that, but let's work through this. So, all 3 statements are false. If that is true, then that's a contradiction, correct? If all 3 statements are false, then it means that statement is true, and therefore the statement, all 3 statements are false, is an untrue statement, therefore it can't be a true statement. That is false. 2 statements are false. That could be true. That could be false, and that could be false. If that is false, the gems are in the box with the false statements, so that will mean the gems are in there. Or, if that one's true, then it means that that one will be false, and that one will be false, but if that's the case, then that will be true, correct? Yeah, I reckon it's in this one. I'm a genius. Can't trick me that easily, game. Oh, security already. Okay, we've got to go for that. View inventory of all items currently in the house. That's going to be nothing at the moment, correct? So yes, I'm just looking for things like magnifying glasses or whatever lying around the place. I don't expect to get there, but... Come on. I still don't know why you'd want to set it to high. There's got to be a reason for that. I see, so... setting that to unlocked would not have helped me on the previous run because the power was still on. If I want to get through like that, I need to turn the power off. Understood. Not going to get anything here, are we? We can bring the shelter online like that, okay. I thought this was cut off though. Oh, okay, so hang on. If we draft the lab and manage to raise the radiation levels, somehow, don't know how, then we can use the computer in there, connect to the bomb shelter, and then do that. Okay. That's a thought. Chapel, so we do not lose the 1 gold coin here, I think. Because A, we don't have it, and B, because we drafted a shelter. Yeah, look at that. Down on the bottom right it says sheltered with the nuke symbol. Chapel rank 2. Can't broke, but give me a locksmith or a kitchen, please. God damn it. Storeroom. I've seen that nurseries are incredibly powerful if we start crafting bedrooms, not bathrooms. The den is something that turns up very early on the center and on the left-hand side in the lower ranks, so I think I will craft the nursery. That's probably a mistake. There's a book in here about the Red Prince. By someone who is related to us, and I really should be taking notes to determine who that is exactly. A swan in the snow. Swan song, that is a password. She won an award for this book. So yes, I have read the notes. Ideally, we want to craft red rooms on the east wing and west... Not red rooms, sorry. Green rooms on the east and west wings. Guess we get dig points and whatever. Okay, let's craft that. I've not crafted that before, and it's going to be sheltered. The archives would have also been huge, but this is very early on. We've not been in here. But we lose half our steps by entering this room. But we don't right now. The weight room, an exercise room outfitted with weightlifting equipment. A good workout session here will wipe you out and leave you with little energy left for exploring. Okay, we don't have that problem. So did I actually screw this up? Yeah, I don't see the bedrooms or... So there's 45 rooms in this estate, but there's more than 45 rooms here. Way more. Oh, this game is blowing my mind. I don't see anything here, which is not great. I would have loved to craft the archive as well, but unfortunately, we didn't have that possibility. Let's craft a den. Just making sure I'm facing the right way. Okay, I want to see the locksmith. That does cost a coin. Sorry, a gem. And I don't believe I'm going to have enough coins to purchase whatever they're selling, but I've not been in here before. Locksmith. Considering the amount of floor plans and different doors that can appear on any given day, it was only a matter of time before a full-time locksmith service became an essential requisite on the estate. And what about my shelter, which I've not read? Shelter. An underground bunker located away from the main house. This fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids and features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. A computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system should an emergency necessitate remote access. Cool. So there's nothing I can pick up here. How much are your keys? Oh, your keys are expensive. Holy shit. It's on rank 1, which means getting back here is going to cost a lot of resources. "15 steps, but it's a dead end. I can't do that. Let's go for the nook." No. Westwing Hall, yes please. Could have gone for the kitchen as well, but that costs a gem. Rather not spend it just yet. Yeah, we saw the dates on the computer and then lab and wherever else, didn't we? Guess we'll get a green room shortly. Rumpus room, never seen that before. Let's craft that. Rumpus room. A uniquely modern-fashioned gaming room, the Rumpus room has provided many guests of the estate with countless hours of recreation. The room is outfitted with a record player, 2 television sets, a collection of board games, and a mysterious antique fortune-telling automaton named Alzara. Automaton? Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I'm broke, so I may as well try it. Backgammon, checkers, chessboard. I'm not broke anymore. I'll try one. And one only. Can't move.
as it was foretold. I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara.
I don't like this game anymore.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag.
Kitty.
I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
I assume you're going to say something different on the next day and the day after, and I mean, we get coins to spend here, so it's not a total loss, I guess. Alright, that was sufficiently freaky. I don't know what to make of it. The door with the rogue moon, though, I assume that's the doors to room 46. Kitchen, for sure. We're burning our last gem, but it's fine. This is another room that I've never entered. At this point, I sort of need to turn around and go back to the weight room and go north. It's a long way back, though. No green rooms yet. Today's main course is porterhouse steak, served only in the dining room. Alright, so I crafted it earlier and I almost got up to rank 8. That would have potentially saved me. A showroom. Don't know what a showroom is. We have nothing there. 8 coins and 15 steps. 2 for 3. None of that seems worth it at this time. I mean, I know I'm not going to get there, so let me just continue on. I won't spend my money just yet. If I need to go back to the locksmith, I'll spend it there. But right now, I'll try going this way and then cutting across. Oh god. The door will be unlocked, won't it? I really want to go south again just to fill in those rooms. That's unfortunate. Let's go hallway. I've got to go for that. I mean, it's the best choice here. That's going to give me plenty more steps, and a lot of them. But that at least is going to give me what I wanted, and I... Never mind, I can't do it. Spare room just leads me straight back, no advantage whatsoever. I may as well craft that. I don't know if I need to walk in to get the 10 steps or not. I need 2 gems for the office, damn it. I need gems. I get 5 for crafting that, but I walk in here and I get 10, don't I? There we go. So at this point, I'm on a one-way path. And I can totally get locked out right here, right now. Not like that. Like this, I mean. Yep, okay, that's it. The run's done. Just like that. Ugh. It does not matter how many coins, how many gems I've got. That's all that has to happen. Let's make some bad choices. I can't go north, and that's it. Anything nice in here? What sort of key is that? The key to the secret garden. Finding it won't be easy. Right, well, we had a freaky conversation over there. We have seen that the locksmith has very expensive services. I think we have seen the special key. Oh. If you unlock a door with a prism key in a green room, hallway, bedroom, red room, or shop, you will draw floor plans of that same color. Huh. I was hoping to be able to keep that till tomorrow, but no. Alright, well, I think we are done here. It sucks, but we've crafted 4 new rooms. Rumpus room, kitchen, locksmith, and the weight room. Apparently today we were in a cozy cottage. Five new rooms. Oh, the shelter. Of course. Do we want to go out to the left again? I think we do. I had no problems with our step count there. I purely ran out of gems. And that's with me trying to go into the early rooms and ensuring that I'm drafting rooms with gems, like the parlor, the den, and whatever else. This game is harsh. What? Also, trading post? Really? If I come here immediately, I can't use that because I've got nothing to trade. Make an offering, receive a blessing. I've got nothing. Let's go at the schoolhouse. I don't need to go in there. So I will anyway, just to investigate. What is that? Thought that might have been a ring or something. Herbie. Who is Herbie? Hello? Is that persistent as well? I think it is. Even if we don't get the schoolhouse on the next playthrough, I can come here or go out, go down the stairs, take a look, and that second one should remain lit. I think we have some more progress. closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meagre as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington, yet another school I can't read, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. I'm sorry, you're basing the school based on this manner? No one's going to get to class. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I'm still standing at 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better jokes end. Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Look at that. I don't know if there's anything we can magnify there. I sincerely hope there's nothing we can magnify there. The remnants of a school. A bigger and better one was built. Who was Herbie? We may never know. Right, we have classrooms inside the manor now. If I can find them. How far do I need to go to see these lights? Not terribly far. I'll use 2 steps, but that's worth doing. Alright, let's go again. Yeah, okay, I saw the dates when we requested the library book. Swim. I now realize that book's probably incredibly useful as well. I'll go for the EPCW pump system because we have seen that there is a pump room. This book mentioned a pump room, so I'm going to fill that in. And if I can see the book tomorrow, we'll see what it has to tell us, and I'll probably take plenty of screenshots. These are not going to give us a date, correct? No. There's nothing new on that page. I think the observatory photo there is new. Oh, going down there makes me feel motion sick. Okay, boiler room. Never mind. Workshop. I do not want to go into the weight room just yet, and it's in a terrible position, so let's go with the workshop. Do we have a lever? No, but we have lockpicks. That's not changed. The word message is bolded. The broken lever is not in here. I did go back and I saw that we needed the sledgehammer and the broken lever and something else to presumably fix it. Alright, well, I really don't want to go north further, but I think I have to. Fuck. Yeah, okay, this is going dreadfully. Let's go code check. It's day 8, isn't it? Yeah. Check item. Got responsible for content of garments or articles left overnight. You know what? I think I will drop that off. I might as well. Might as well test it. Lockpick set has been checked. You can retrieve this item on any day you have a code check in your house. Lockpick set has been returned to you. Have a great day. Fuck off. Let's look at those numbers. They're incrementing, but not one at a time. Okay, well, I've got some massive problems. I've crafted a dead end. And I need to be able to go north. Oh, look at that classroom. We can't craft that because we do not have a gem. While drafting in classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each compass symbol. Get that right eventually. In your house. Need to go for the den. I'm hoping I can go north and then around and then back. If not, I'm kind of screwed. Come back for that later, perhaps. The pantry is going to hose me. Let's go with the corridor. The store will be unlocked. Maybe I can spend my gem now and go left. Let's go with the hallway. Might as well. Really? Pantry keeps the run going. Do I or do I not go back for the lockpicks? Okay, the classroom is new. That will get us through the dark room, but I feel the classroom's more interesting. Classroom puzzle. Can I spot the difference? Or find the difference? Yeah, I think so. You set that on fire and then it makes a difference to the forest and everything surrounding us. Classroom, an exact copy of the floor plan used in the architectural design of Reddington Elementary. These copies were deployed in Mouse Holly as a short-term solution to allow the curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school was being built in town. They hosted classes here, okay. Interesting. You may draw new floor plans one time for each compass room. Alright, what have we here? Colors. That's not how I spell it, but okay. Yes, please. Okay. A student's hall pass. You will not lose steps traveling between two adjoining hallways, which curiously enough we have. Hallways drafted from an adjoining hallway do not cost gems to draft. That's unfortunate because I've used those hallways. So if I craft a hallway, then the next room will not cost gems. That's how I read that. Benny, B+, color worksheet. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Each color is only used twice, 10 of 12. My favorite color is red. Do we need to fill in one of these? You must really like red. Good job, Caleb. Ready, B-, 9 of 12. Arch? Never heard of that name before. You got 10 of 12 as well, so you did pretty well. Do we have to participate here? I'm guessing so, but I don't see how. Yeah. Okay, let's figure this out. And by that, I mean I was taking a couple of screenshots. You had 10 of 12. And that's actually a bit small, so let me actually take proper screenshots here. Got a B+. And you got a B+ as well. Good job, fellas. Right, now I had to reboot my computer because it completely crashed earlier. Sleep mode is absolute rubbish. Where are my screenshots? There they are, let's open those up. I'll copy and paste these into my notes. That's one. And that's hopefully is the other. Arch and Benny, there you are. Zoom in on that a bit and let's switch the window. Right. So you both got 10 out of 12, which means... what does that mean? Each color is only used twice, so this one here, to me, cannot be correct. Or one of these cannot be correct. The fire hydrant, you assume that's red. The wagon, you assume that's red as well. Orange pumpkin. I suppose the other one I should look at is... this is actually a bit trickier than I think it is. So what are the differences here? That's a difference. That's a difference. That's a difference. And that is a difference. So can we assume that everything else here is correct? I want to say yes, but I'm concerned. Each color is only used once, so we know that this cannot be correct. Which means it has to be green there. I think that's how I read that anyway. That one has to be correct. As for the others, I think we're going to need to look at other people's worksheets for clues. Who got 2 out of 12? Someone really sucked at this. You must really like red. Okay, so they only filled in 2 things here, which were red, which were correct. None of the flags can be red, which is not what is shown on the 2 screenshots I took, so that doesn't help me at all. That means we are now dependent on this person here, who got 9 out of 12, to be able to determine the correct colors of the flags. Let's grab another screenshot. I think this is easy enough to figure out through logical deduction. Right, zooming out a bit here. So the 9 out of 12, you got the grape correct, that's 1. Got the red items correct, that's 3. I'm colorblind, but I'm not that colorblind. That's orange, that's yellow, I think. Got the pumpkin correct, that's 4. You got the lake correct, that's 5. Got the broccoli correct, that's 6. You did not get the gecko correct, or whatever that is, lizard. Wait, can I count? Having trouble counting. Yeah, I don't believe... No, hang on, I am colorblind. That's yellow, that's orange. And that's yellow as well, so this message here about each color is only used twice. The person grading it did not mark that up either, so each color is only used twice. It needs to be 2 blues. They use 3 yellows. Yeah. Okay, so the banana is correct. That leaves us with the flags, and it leaves us with this thing here. We know that the gecko is not correct. The gecko has to be green, I think. It has to be green, doesn't it? Because all of those flags are different. It has to be green. So let's cross off the flag. The gecko, sorry. That has to be blue. So that is incorrect. We have 7 things that are correct, 2 incorrect. That's 3 remaining, which are the flags. So 2 of these flags are correct, 1 is wrong. Holy fuck, how do you figure this out? So let's say this flag is correct, the yellow flag. That means think this through. One of these flags here is correct. Let's say the yellow flag is correct. It means the purple there and orange there is wrong. Which means that orange there and purple there could be entirely correct. Orange there, sorry, yellow there, that will be 1 correct. That brings us up to 8. If those 2 are correct, orange, green, then that will be correct as well, which gives him 9. Let's now assume that purple is correct there. So purple is correct, which means his score is 10 to 12 because those 2 are incorrect. That means that that's wrong. And it means that those two are correct. Purple means that that one's wrong. And these two are wrong, which means that the score would not be 9 to 12. It would remain 7 to 12, I think. Or 8 to 12, sorry. So I don't think that purple one is correct. If orange is correct, that brings them up to 10 of 12, and these two are incorrect. It means that, what does it mean? It means that, I can't even fucking sell anymore. If orange is correct, then that brings it up to 10 to 12, which means that it doesn't necessarily mean that purple has to be correct. So that one could still be wrong, and these two could be correct. But if it's orange, actually no, if that one's correct, then it means that the purple's incorrect there, 100%, which means that those two must be correct. Yeah, I'm confusing myself here. So if orange is correct, that one's wrong, that one's wrong, that one's right. But we've got two wrongs there. Alright, I think that it is yellow because on the right hand side there, we've determined one incorrect answer. If we say that this flag is yellow, then it means that orange here is incorrect and purple is incorrect. Likewise, it means that... No, that can't be right either, can it? Fuck. It would mean that this is incorrect. Let's say that... Oh my god. I'm confusing myself so badly here. This puzzle's doing my head in. Let's say this is correct. So that gives us the 10 to 12. We know that's correct. It means this one here is incorrect. And therefore these two have to be correct. Comparing to this chap who has 8 correct answers at the moment and 2 incorrect answers, the only 2 which are in dispute are these. How did I determine that that was correct? I'm not even sure why that's got a circle around at this point. Fuck me. Let's pretend that circle doesn't exist. We got 7 correct and 2 incorrect. So if we assume yellow's correct up there, then that has to be correct, which is 8 correct answers. And then the orange one there makes a 9th correct answer. That's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. I reckon that's the answer there. So it's those, or it's this guy. Those two are correct. And the other 2 colors that I need to make this correct are the orange over there and the purple there. I think that's the answer. I think we need to look at that one at all. Oh my god, this puzzle's doing my head in. Orpheus, how are you doing? I know I'm mispronouncing your name, but I can't think straight right now. What the hell is this? Right, but I would like to participate, please. If I can't participate after all that, I'm going to be very upset. Really? Can I not seat myself at one of these desks and solve the puzzle? Or do I need a pencil or something? I'm confused. I just spent ages solving that puzzle and it turns out I can't actually interact with it. I'm pushing every button on the controller and nothing's happening. Am I missing something? I don't regret doing that because I feel like that's going to come in useful later, but right now I can't figure out how to solve that puzzle or how to fill that in. Right, well maybe I can do that later. But right now I don't understand how. If I find some crayons or something, I can come back in here and fill that in. I've got a feeling that's going to increment when we solve puzzles, but right now... Swearing Carcass has eaten the crayons. There we go. That's the answer. It's all his fault. Fuck, okay. Any crayons over here? That's incredibly depressing. I went to all that effort and I can't even use it. I thought we were going to get prompted to fill this in the moment we picked it up. Let me just quickly clean up my photo a little bit. Give me a moment. I'll grab a new one. Not even sure what I'm looking for here. I don't know how to use this program. So we basically got everything except those two flags. That will do. Oh, not that. Anything but that. Right. No, I should be using layers, but I'm not that... I can't do it on stream. I just can't think at the moment. Where is it? That. So if I can actually get some crayons or pencils or something, I could maybe come back. Please work. Computer, please. Thank you. If I could maybe come back for that particular color sheet, if it's still here, then I can fill that in with that information there. But right now I don't see how to interact with what is on the teacher's desk here. Run Orpheus. I'm blind. The green is clearly key lime flavor. I don't think I ever ate my crayons as a kid, just saying. I'm definitely colorblind though, because I thought the banana was orange. That one there. To me, that looks orange. It's totally not. Alright, well, unless there's something in here that I'm missing, I don't think there's actually anything we can do here. I can't interact with any of the desks, and I don't appear to be able to pick up any writing implements or any kind of colouring in implements to be able to colour this thing in on the teacher's desk. That's terribly depressing. Okay. So I should be able to redraw, correct? Yeah, I can. The commissary, or however you pronounce that fucking word. I can't draft that. I've got to draft this, don't I? That's really the only option I've got. This run is going to come to an end very shortly, I guess. I wish I'd crafted a boiler room or whatever it was. Okay, so you have clear memories of chewing on pencils at least. Still remember the taste. Don't tell anyone, but me too. It was more out of habit than anything. Okay, this is going dreadfully. Let's go for the nook so we get a key at least. This could be all over right here. Fuck. I've got to go for security just to keep the run alive. I realise now I probably should have used the redraft in the classroom. That was a mistake. Oh, what's that? Where have I seen a red memo? Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Really? That was a lie? I don't know. I feel like we've run into an equal number of locked doors regardless of which way we go. East or west. Also, I haven't seen any blue memos yet, I think. Yeah, okay. He can't access security doors more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Yep. Normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Fuck, okay. Am I done? Not yes. I'm going to go for the parlour. Well, I have to because I can't do that. Gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. Only one of the other boxes is... Let's say that's true. There are two boxes which are false. There's one box which is always true and one box which is always false. Don't know about the other one. The gems are in the false box. The gems are in the false box. True, if that's false, then the gems are in the true box, which means it would be there, or it would be there if we reverse them, so that doesn't help me. Only one of the other boxes is false. Let's pretend that's true. That would mean this one is potentially false, which means the gems are in that one. But it could also mean that that one is true. Let's say that one's false. This one's true. The gems are in the false box, which means they're in there. But we can reverse this. We can say that this one's true, and therefore that one's false. That to me doesn't make a lot of sense that these are reversible like that, so this must be false. Gems are in the false box, gems in the false box, both of those could be true. I just saw... Oh, the game just short-circuited Swimming Carcass's brain. Not mine, though. My brain is good. I have to go for the... No, I don't have to go for the chapel. Yes, I do have to go for the chapel. I have to go north. And they say I'm not smart, chat. They say I'm a dumbass. Well, it's mostly me saying that, but you know. Anything here? Gotta go for the spare room. That's the only way we keep the run going. That's it, we're done. Actually, we're not done. We can go back to the dark room. I forgot about that. May as well go here and grab some gems. We are going to lose a lot of steps though. Alright, so having blown your mind with facts and logic, I'm going to blow your mind with math. Second dartboard game. Just making sure there's nothing around here hiding that I can pick up. Alright, so what do you got for me? I'm bringing up my notes because I know this is going to get worse. Need to sort my stuff out. So, blue is add, triple ring is subtract, purple is multiply. That's all I know so far. Number 9. 4 plus 6 plus 2 is 12. Triple ring is subtract. I don't know whether we need to say, I mean, I know it's 8, but I don't know whether it's a case of just subtract the bigger numbers or smaller number from the bigger number, or whether we need to rotate around like this. Either way, I know that's 8. 13 subtract 5 is 8. Oh, hang on here. Oh, no, that's not it. 5 plus 13 is 18. Subtract 6 is 12. My bad. 15 subtract 13 is 2. Multiply that by 3. That is 6. 20 subtract 10 multiplied by 2 is 20. Game's taunting me. Electronic keycard opens electronically powered security doors. That's the first one that I found. And I will not survive that long. I know that for a fact. I do have 2 keys though, so maybe it's not all bad. Ow. But let's live in hope. No, don't go in there. I don't get this. Why is that a thing? If by some miracle we survive that long, then maybe we can check that out. Now, the problem I've got with the dark room is that I've got no idea what I'm drafting. None. Because the dark room is indeed dark. That's generally how dark rooms work, but this one is much darker than usual. We cannot turn the power on. Which means... first we've got 2 to lock doors, but we've got 2 keys. Let's just do it and be legends, man. God damn it. That's really bad. That's probably the worst outcome. We crafted the goddamn furnace. Right, if I see gem requirement 2... is the office 1 or 2? I think the office is 2. We're done. No, we're not done. There is a path house. Yeah, it's definitely November. I'm just not sure what the date is. This does reduce the chance of items appearing in the estate. So if this door's locked, we're done. But we're going to be done very shortly, I think. Yeah, I'll go for the archives. I'm fumbling blindly now. This here should be identical. Yeah, we're seeing the book Swimbird in the library. You can book it ours. Boiler room, yes please. Don't even care that it's costing a gem. What is this and what's its purpose? Spring, there is an aquarium. You see it last night. Looks beautiful. It's like a rainbow room, and apparently we can drain the water, but pretend I didn't say that. Boiler room, a utility room serving as a central hub for controlling the heating and steam power supplied to various rooms of the estate. Steam power is conveyed in the estate through steam ducts that run through select rooms. These floor plans must be drafted in an alignment that will facilitate the steam travelling through the house to reach its intended destination. I need to read my notes. Damn, this room is something. Holy shit. Yeah, there's definitely an aquarium and it's got fishies in it. Oh. Wow, okay. Where's my notes? Whatever that word is. The boiler room connects ducts from room to run steam power to specific destinations in the house. Laboratory, garage, laundry room, furnace, which we've just made, and pump room all have uses for steam power. 30 steps. Can I do something with that? It's 4 steps to get back there, but what's the goal here, I guess? I can't tell if that's a keycard door that's been sealed or just a sealed door. Also, I see that we cannot go that way. I assume I need to activate that, which... Okay, this one's hurting my head. What am I doing? That's the boiler, I take it, so we turn that on. That runs steam this way. No idea what this is. Now, unless I go exploring, I'm not going to find out. So that turns the main... Up there it goes. Okay, what is this? I turn that on. I can. I'm so confused. Holy shit. This just lets me move around the room though. This will have effects elsewhere in the house, but I'm not sure what. Hello. So this one here, what I have to do is hold it and then push left or right. I wish I could see that symbol, but it's not lit up. Yeah, we can't go this way because that is blocked off. I can't tell if that's a keycard reader or just a blocked door. I mean, that looks like a normal door to me. That's another boiler. I might as well turn that on. Okay, I see. That would now show a normal door. Pipe dream, oh god. Give me terrible flashbacks. What are we looking at here? That just activates that door. We don't need to go through that door. That's done something, possibly to loop me around. Let's go back down. What's with the music? So this boiler controls both the elevator and this. I think that's the only way we can get up there, unless I can find a way around, which I can. I can lower this. Really? Yes, really. No, it's that one there. Okay. So what does that one do? Don't know, yes. It possibly activates what I pushed up there to raise that gaze. No, that was it. Damn it. What is with this creepy ass music? I don't know what this is, but I've got a suspicion it's going to do something outside. I don't know what yet. So we should actually have two things activated now. We do, but what's the third? One pipe here, one pipe there, and one pipe down here, but... No, it's that pipe there. Have I not activated that one? I've not. Okay, here we go. Switch that up, and that should do something in the sensor, but I've got no idea what. I assume what I've done here is what's necessary to conquer this room, but I don't know about that over there. So, question, if I reroute somewhere... No, it stays activated. So that's a way we can get out, I guess. But what of this? This looks too juicy to ignore. That's going to be something, but I don't know what. And that's going to, yep, it retracts that, but this is still pretty much clearly switched on, so... Something's happening, but I don't know what. And I realise that I'm going to have to solve that puzzle every time I come in here. I want to go back for the furnace. Has that done something here? I don't see anything, which means that coming back here was a waste of steps. It did say that the boiler room would have an impact on the furnace and other places, so I have wasted some steps there, but I don't mind. Locked? Also locked. What about you? The weight room is the correct call here. We're going to lose the run very shortly, but I don't mind. Look at that. 11 steps lost just like that. That's massive. Keycard door. I'll take it. Have I crafted a nursery? I have not. So the next room from the bedroom has to lead me north. It's either that or I take that one and then go right and then hope for the best. I'm going to craft the bedroom. Alright, this is where the run ends, I guess. I'm not going to be able to get outside. We've heard a lot about Reddington. Hello. But we don't have access to the garage, so there's no points. Alright, that's it, we're done. We saw our first keycard door on the 5th rank. And that's actually quite pleasing that we don't lose our half our steps again when we re-enter. So I suppose the only thing we've done here, apart from finding the boiler room, which does something, but I don't know what, is we've put a set of lockpicks in the code check. Yeah, that furnace trolled me. Very badly. I've got to think that I'm missing something in the classroom though, really. A red memo. If that's false, then we should be going through the west wing and not the east wing. Alright, well I think I've seen enough. Let's call it a day. Try again. A few new discoveries though. We found the schoolhouse, boiler room, and the classroom, and the code check. Once again, a red villa due to that damn furnace. So I'm paying attention now. It is 8 o'clock. Don't know if it's 8 PM or 8 AM. I assume 8 AM would be a good time to start exploring because, you know, you wake up and you start exploring. You don't start exploring at 8 PM. If you do that, you're a filthy degenerate like me. Alright, so the other time I crafted this, I also got these two items. Oh, don't say that, Swing. There's still hope. Make the call, man. Make the call. He's saying you wake up, have some coffee, and then binge random attribute YouTube videos. So I've got a YouTube channel. Go check it out, pretty please. Thank you, dude. I'm not worthy. Does this stay on? It does. That's got to be something. It's got to be something. Oh, so I don't know what. Alright, getting sick of seeing this place. I want to go north, damn it. Terrible choices. Okay. So doors on this side are... Oh, I've got to go for the gems, don't I? I have to. Spread gems in each green room. But we don't have any green rooms yet, so no, it's not worth going for that. That will take us back to the first room on the left. But it costs a gem. We get dig spots, which I can't use because I don't have a damn shovel. Never mind. We found an old weathered shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging. I have no idea how much I'm going to like this. One moment. We are there. Okay, this room is barren ground. Fucking lovely. We're not going to find anything here. He dug up an oversized turnip. Should prove to be a nutritious snack. Maybe not. He dug up a few old coins that can be spent in shop rooms. Some carcass healer. You know the gameplay is nothing like this. Does kind of remind you of the board game Clue or Cluedo. Yeah, less murder mystery, just more wandering around this strange mansion trying to figure out what's where, all the weird rooms. The items, maybe they could substitute for murder weapons. An old worthless tin can, not worth picking up. There's lore behind that tin can. That's a puzzle solution. I know it. A rather decent coin. Alright, so we got 6 steps and a coin out of that. I will not complain. Okay, so that's a compass, which means if we get a classroom, we've potentially got a few ways out, but... I know that's a better play. But at the same time, that's progression because we're going to see the pump manual. I have to take a look. The metal detector is doing work. Alright. Got a couple of things here. Oh, I totally forgot to try pushing the thing left and right. Or if I did, I don't remember. Right, what date is it? I'm writing this down. We are on day 9. Need a color that I can actually read. Oi. Day 9. Can't see my screen right now. Is November 15, 1993. So, counting backwards, that would mean that day 1 was November 7, correct? 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's November 15. So, if I'm paying attention to the clock, we could potentially get inside the time block safe. Just with a bit of patience. That's how I see that anyway. Right, so what have we here? The EPCW pump system user manual. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several different designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or good old-fashioned swimming pool. I have to ask, when we make a wish outside, if we drain the water, can we maybe get those coins back? Because I mean, look at this. Speaking of the pump room, use my words, this room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, kitchen. Don't know how it interacts with the kitchen. I've been in there today and I haven't seen how. And several other features located outside of the main house. That must be important. Water level indicators, selection buttons. I'll take a screenshot of that, but I won't copy it into my notes just yet. Water control panel. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs. One button for each different water source on the estate. 6 of them perhaps. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labelled pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source. Its corresponding button is pressed. The water source is the, I'll call it like the destination. Selection buttons, source label is above it. Yeah, okay. After you have selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to/from one of your supply tanks. Fuck. Okay. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water. Recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. I don't think that'll be an issue here, but okay. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be switched by a simple flip of a switch. Okay, we're going to need to do some switching. 1. Quick start guide. Use water control panel to select the source. 2. Use pump lever to set the water flow direction. I take this to mean that we need to, like if we want to drain something, we maybe need to put the water elsewhere because I think we're limited to how much we can pump out. That's how I read that. Right. I have the date. That's a start. I think I will try going north, even though I know that's a bad play. I'll take that and try going right. I don't want to go north yet. Let's go for the storeroom and then get back for the den. Oh, what's that? A large battery pack? Yeah, we saw that. Provides juiced battery powered contraptions, so we can take that to the workshop. I don't know what we can use it for yet, but it'll come in useful. I'm going to lose a lot of steps going back, but it's fine. None of these are great choices, honestly. I'll go for the nursery. I just realized now the cost of the gem. My bad. Or we get it back. That's got to be something, but I don't know what. So this one I'm down to 2 parts again. The entrance hall and the west hall. That's the right play, but I hate it. Damn it. I'll go for the pantry. Yeah, let's go for that and then try and keep the run going as long as possible. I've not actually crafted this, I believe. This is a first. The bunk room. The rustic wooden stacked bunk beds evoke the enticing promise of campfire stories and childhood adventures. This bedroom served as pillar fort and bedroom to the young Sinclair boys, and has remained faithfully unchanged over the years. Hamster. Oh. I suppose I can take you to the power room and get you to power the house. I have more steps than I know what to do with, but I've literally only got 2 paths. I can get hosed at any time. Does that say Turtles of Vera or something? Don't know. Very cozy. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp. Is that referring to us? I assume so. So we had an older brother. We grew up in this room, perhaps, with an older brother. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Is that us? I hope not. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book, because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He is a crybaby. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survived having a room. All things being said, I would still rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. There's an airplane in the bushes outside, maybe. Really? If this run dies early, and I think it will, then I'll go outside and take a look. Orpheus is back. Someone threw away your airplane? It wasn't me. At least I don't think it was. Is your name Herbie? Orpheus, we know your name. We've learned a secret. So we saw Herbie's name on the desk in the schoolroom outside in the outer room, so maybe there's something there. I don't know. Simon and Herbie. Alright. Pose me. Not yet. There's a good chance this door is locked though. I have no gems. None. Okay, I've got some gems now, but I would need to be able to go right. That said, I've only got gems if I can use my brain. Alright, Spring Carcass, you might want to stop watching now because you're going to have your mind blown. This box and the white box are both empty. Be true. This box and the blue box are both empty. The other two statements have identical wording. Right, well that's obviously false. One box is always true and one box is always false. The other box we don't know about. This one, though, is false. Which means that one of these two has to be true. This box and the white box are both empty. If that's true, then both boxes are empty. This box and the blue box are both empty. If that's true, then both boxes are empty, which means the gems have to be in here, I believe. Fuck. Down to one room. We're gonna get a shit ton of steps here. I mean, look at that. What am I supposed to do with all these steps? The puzzle was pretty similar to the one short second me. No, that one was much easier. I think it was anyway. The thing that blows my mind is that it's basically, you're not looking for the box with the true statements. You're just looking to find the trues and the falses, and then looking at the labels to determine where the gems are. It's kind of neat, I kind of love it. What I don't love is that, once again, I've shoehorned myself to one side of the mansion. But I mean, look how many fucking steps I've got. It would be very depressing if the run died here, just saying. I've got to go for the gym. I've got the steps. That's interesting, though, that we can put the garage there. That's a dead end, so I won't go for it. But I thought the garage would be on the 6th rank. Not yet. Hello? The passageway is a better call, but man, that's expensive. I'll do it. Yoink. Do I go for that now? Oh, I should. I might as well burn the key. But I've got no gems now, which sucks. Okay, is it worth doing that or not? I don't know. Dark matter! This is definitely not your normal Hitman content. How was your stream, dude? Hope you're doing well. Raiders, my name is RandomAttribute. I often play Hitman on the weekends. This is most definitely not Hitman. This is Blueprints, a puzzle game slash exploration game slash somewhat like Outer Wilds game where it's best played blind. So if you don't want to know anything about this, I do not blame you for leaving right now. But just know that I'm playing this, I'm having a good time. This is my 3rd day, I'm roughly about 7 hours in, and I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm playing very poorly, as always. You're playing Batman Arkham Knight. Yeah, I saw you playing that last night. First playthrough. I need to play that. It is on my to-play list. I've played through Asylum and Sissy, and I think both of those games are pretty good. Mr. Karka says, we won't spoil the taste of any crowns for you. Yep, absolutely do not do that. That's a critical puzzle solution. What do I want here? I can use that to immediately turn off the gym, but steps are not the problem. And honestly, neither are steps in general, so I don't think that's worth it. I might make the boudoir because I think that's more interesting. Zara Gaming Lounge, how are you doing, dude? Indeed, Raiders, how are you all doing? Hope you're having a great day. Still got no idea what the combinations of this might be. It's not 9083, it's not this safe. Oh, hang on, wait a moment, wait a fucking moment, wait a moment, wait a moment. That number is worthless. It's on a red memo. And spoilers for blueprints. If you don't want to know this, get out now. That's is a lie. Sorry, you're doing good. Just looking to see if you should play this game as well. So basically what you're doing is making your way through a house and you're making rooms. And it's a roguelike in that you have keys and gems and you're trying to survive as long as possible. The goal, this is not a spoiler, is to reach this room and then presumably to reach the room beyond, which is room 46. This is a 45 room estate and we're trying to reach room 46. And going through this, making rooms, looking for clues, it's interesting. It definitely won't be for everyone. It's very frustrating in that I'm trying to go through here and then I'm going to get a choice of what rooms to make. And basically I can go straight here, I can go left here, but if I run into a dead end, then I've got to go back, and that's bad. I need to burn my last key. I can't make that because I don't have a gem. I'll go for the dining room. And progress is basically finding things like memos and putting information together and whatnot. Before this game came out, it was sort of compared to Outer Wilds, but I don't think that's a good comparison. If you play that game, it's not really like that at all. Down to two directions. Let's go backwards. We're limited by how much we can move around by the step counter on the top left. That's a resource. Every time we switch rooms, we lose steps. And we have resources on the top right as well, which I'm rapidly running out of. Let's go for a corridor. So many hallways. Please be a gem. Oh, where is it? Not what I need right now, game. I feel I have to go for the chapel, but that's going to burn my money. Also, candles. Could I light those with the glass blower or whatever it was? I was thinking about that last night immediately after the stream. Well, last night I mean the night before. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I need gem. Fuck. Okay. So this is a dead end. I can't make that, so I'll go for the closet because I really do need items. The shitter really doesn't contain much. That's not good. That is good. That might keep me alive for one moment longer. Is that door locked? I couldn't even check. If that door's locked, then I'm screwed. There's a very good chance it's locked. So, as an example, let's use bathroom. Oh no, that's use wing. So, as an example, we were just in the bunk room earlier on this run, and I read a diary which suggests that maybe there's something outside. So, if this run dies, and it will do in just a moment, so I'm pretty sure if that door directly ahead of me is locked, what I'll do is I'll go outside and take a look at things. It's not locked. Ah, I wish I can craft that. Chamber of Mirrors though, that's new. But that looks like a dead end. But look at the edges. I don't know how clear they are to see on stream. It looks like we can maybe go north, west, east. It's a new room, I've got to go for it. I'm possibly losing a run right here, but what the fuck is this? We've got doors there. Chamber of Mirrors. Reflections of reflections. This confusing room can sometimes prove disorienting to the wayward guest. However, upon closer inspection, they quickly realize that viewing this room from more than one perspective is the key to unraveling its secrets. Oh wow. I'm tempted to wait for Mr. Carcass to return from the bathroom. In fact, I'll do that. I'll just grab some water. Give me a sec. Oh, he never left. Oh, unnamed hitman needs to use the bathroom. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I misunderstood that reference. Alright, so I don't think we can do anything here other than pushing this button, which... opens that mirror over there. What am I missing? I did not come in here to be immediately hosed by this. Viewing this room from more than one perspective. How do I do that? Other than just changing where I'm looking. I'm pushing all sorts of buttons on my controller now. Part of me wishes... No, I do have the sledgehammer. We can't smash the windows here, unfortunately. Alright, what am I doing here? There is a way I can think of solving this, but if it's what I think it is, then I am hosed. And I think it is what I think it is, which is that... I mean, I'm having enough trouble just keeping myself alive. But maybe what I have to do, and if this is the answer, then I hate it, is that I have to craft the room and then go around like that, and then come in from an opposite side. If that's the case, then what's the point of crafting this room? Now draft second copies of rooms you already have in your house. Cool. I mean, that's going to let me into the center, assuming that I can get in from the north side, and I can't. I would have to be on rank 7 to do that. Is there something that I'm missing here, perhaps? I feel there's something I'm missing here, but I don't know how to find it. Like, I find it very curious that I'm looking up there, and I see there's a door there. It's not a reflection of... well, I can't see me for a start. It's just glass. And yes, all of these rooms here look locked off. Is this really the answer? I need to enter from a different side now, because if so, then the run's over. This is where you learn I'm a vampire? I mean, even if I could fly or turn into a bat or teleport through walls, I mean, teleporting through walls would work, but I don't know about this. I think this is a dead end unless I'm missing something super obvious. And if I am, then I'm okay to miss it. Like, I'm not seeing anything with these chairs we can interact with. This plinth doesn't have anything other than a big red or brown or orange button or whatever color that is. I'm colorblind. But it looks like all that's doing is raising and lowering that pane of glass there. They quickly realized that viewing this room from more than one perspective is key to unraveling its secrets. John Hunter 07, you like this room? I don't like this room. I liked it when I entered, but I'm quickly not liking it because unless there's something I'm missing, my run is over. Also, how are you doing, dude? You've assessed colorblind accessibility patch coming soon. I wish. I wasn't sure whether the banana was yellow or orange earlier. How are we all doing, fellas? Yeah, this I don't know. If there's a way through that room, I don't know what it is. Valgerai, how are you doing? That's pretty much how I feel at the moment as well. Alright, well, unless I'm missing something super obvious, I don't know how to get through there. Which means that, once again, this run has come to an early end at 72 steps remaining. That is so depressing. So there's more I can do. Let's go this way. I have a shovel. I have a chamber of mirrors. I have 72 steps, and there's nothing I can do with it. Ah, shit sucks. Right. Is there something in the bushes? I have to know. Not that I see, and I've yet to see something that can get me out onto the East Wing grounds. I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. If it says in an ad but you were serious, it's currently in the base branch. Ah. I wasn't sure if you were being serious or not. That's actually pretty good. Well, accessibility is always a good thing. There's info in the Blueprints Discord on how to try it out. Yeah, I won't be doing that because I'll go in there and I'll smell myself. I know it. No, that's good to know. I found Classroom Grade 1 and I was looking at the photos of the various objects that have been coloured in, and I genuinely was not sure whether the banana was orange or yellow. The shade is very similar, like way too similar to my eyes. Nothing in the tool shed. I don't think we're going to find this airplane. It was written in... I've also got running shoes, which just makes this even worse. I don't think we're going to find this airplane that was mentioned in the diary in the bunk room. Something about throwing it in the bushes, but he retrieved it, so... Yeah, I don't know. This sucks, though. Felt like I was on a really good run here with the amount of bedrooms we made and the amount of steps that we got, but... it's gone just like that. Alright. We go again. Just looking at time, I'll probably call it quits in no less than an hour. No less, no more. I'm tired. No more than an hour. Because it is 40 to midnight and I kind of want to go to bed. Huge undertaking to make sure it didn't spoil puzzles. Yeah. Like that's classroom puzzle. I couldn't figure out how to solve it, but I assume that if you want to solve the puzzle like colouring things in, then I guess you have to redo the puzzle from scratch or do something entirely different. I don't know. Oh, let's try again. One moment, what time is it? 8 o'clock. Does it always start at 8 o'clock? I've got to go for it. I don't even care that I haven't seen the tomb before. Water shrine. I've got to go for this. Sally, how are you doing, dude? Thank you for dropping in. Everyone's in here tonight. Time lock safe. So, unlock days. It is November 16th. The unlock time must be 1 hour in advance, so I'm going to make it 10 a.m. That should unlock in due course. Question is, do I wait here for it to unlock, or do I actually do something productive with my life? I think I might wait a bit and switch over to my notes. So we know this is bullshit. That is complete and utter bullshit. Someone was holding a red... We can't tell what color that is because of the dark room. We don't know if that's a red memo or a blue memo. It could be neither because it's talking about green memos, which we haven't seen so far. But if that is a red memo when that was photographed, then that means they're always true. What else have we got? We've done that. The code was 1128. That, I believe, is nothing. Until further notice, the AC chamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry, so that is completely false, and I kind of figured that out already. We need to get into the greenhouse, repair the lever, or plug the lever in that we found in the workshop that one time, and that's going to give us access to the antechamber. The issue we've got is that we need to enter it from the north or the south, and it needs to be, where is it? I did re-screenshot that. It needs to be on the east or west wing. It needs to be on the exterior of the mansion. We've seen the key to the secret garden, but I haven't been able to use it. This damn color puzzle, I still think that's orange. I mean, I know it's not, but my eyes interpret that color as orange. What else? The boiler room, I got that going. I don't know what it leads to, however. We found that. I don't know if we get back into the lab whether we're going to get the same solution or not. Don't know what 1213 might be. That may be absolutely nothing. And I've got 2 sheets of music with bolded words, which I'm sure will spell a message. However, we need to find more sheets. And yeah. Day 10 is what we're on right now. It's going to be the 16th of November, 1993. And if the day starts at 8 AM, I looked at the clock and confirmed that, then setting this to 10 AM should mean that this thing will open. Sally, you're doing great. Happy to see you play this. Was watching the VOD. Loved Blueprints. Have you played this yourself, Sally? If so, did you enjoy it? It remains open for 4 hours. I feel like I need to stay here. You don't get anything here, unfortunately. I came in today with the goal of trying to get into the office so we could access the email, but I haven't been able to do it yet. Okay, so day 1 is what? November 7. So we came in 3 days after they suspended access. That's day 1. I did that a while ago and it didn't lead anywhere. I mean, you love the game? Good stuff. Best puzzle game of the last 10 years. Wow. I finally got around to playing Outer Wilds around this time last year, and I think that's one of the best games of the last 10 years as well. I've heard good things about this, and I am enjoying it. I'm very confused and I feel lost, but I am enjoying this for sure. Not meant to do that. Yeah, I can sort of see what we have to do with the lab here. We need to do the experiments in the lab, which is likely push 3 up after 9. Release some radiation, which may or may not kill us. And then that is going to unlock all the doors. All doors in the house will automatically unlock. I assume that's all doors. Like the keycard doors and the standard doors. Not just the keycard doors. Which game? Outer Wilds. Don't know if you played that or not. It's a space exploration game, which I don't want to say too much about it because similar to this game, it's the sort of game that you want to play blind. The less you know when you go in, it's better. The better, it's better, whatever. Sally says, Outer Wilds is the greatest game of all time. Alright, well that settles that. Not just best puzzle game. Don't know about greatest of all time, but there's a good argument to make that it is a fantastic game. John Hunter 07, you hope you get this. You've never seen the radiation door opening. It's a radiation door I don't know about. I thought it was just the time lock safe. Why is that a useful feature? Don't know. With the doors opening due to radiation. Ah, okay, gotcha. It's probably going to be years before I get to that because I assume what we need to do is perform an experiment and then we crank up the radiation level, and then we dial back into here through the network and then take a measurement. I assume that's what we have to do. What is blessing? A blessing is persistent benefits that last for several days, typically bestowed from shrine after an offering of gold has been made. We've not been in the shrine yet, but that's what it does. Okay. I would have to get gold from inside and then bring it back out to the shrine, which is going to burn a lot of steps. Eva says, is this actually a thing? Sorry to ask directly. Because I did notice down the bottom there, although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. I don't know if I believe that or not. If it's a spoiler, don't tell me, but I do wonder whether they're going to add that. Hopefully, question mark? Okay. Definitely, maybe. Contraption, we've built one of those. Keeps getting pushed back, okay. Noted. Don't see anything new here. Alright, so what is this? The estate boiler room is known as power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam power is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. I find that's... How is that even possible? It's alright, fellas. He's being sarcastic. How is that even possible? Because I crafted the boiler room on one of the previous days on this stream, and it's like, okay, got the furnace on the left-hand side, the boiler room on the left. At that point, it's pretty much hosed. Rooms that contain power ducts. I mean, we know about... where is it? We know about that, but I don't feel that's anywhere near enough, surely. I don't know what I'm missing there. The utility closet doesn't appear to need any kind of connection. You just go in there, though I don't know what those buttons do, and you can switch off the fuses, switch them on, whatever else, and that just takes effect, regardless of whether the room's been created or not. This is talking about power ducts, though. Is this thing gonna fucking open? I'm annoyed I've not been able to craft an observatory either. Alright, I think what I will do is go outside, but I'll take a look at the clock, and if it's close, I'll come back. Will I lose steps? Yes. Do I care? No. I really want to get access to the email, damn it. Burning steps. Getting my steps in. I see the clock from here? I can. So it is... I can totally see that, I promise. It looks like it is 9:45. Fuck it. I'll burn it. So when that hits 10, that safe should unlock. So you think that's just some minigame the dev wanted to add and never properly got around to it, or wasn't happy with it? Yeah. If it appears, it appears. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It is what it is. I thought it was just a cute little thing, and the patch thing, wasn't sure whether he was being serious about it or not, but if it does turn up, I mean, that'd be great. Just as a nice little, I guess, thank you to everyone who's played the game and supported it so far. I'm very confused by this game. I am enjoying it though. And I still think that maybe we can use whatever device it was. Where is it? It's going to be in the library book, so I won't search for it. But the whatever it was that could light things up, I think we can use it to light those torches, and then maybe proceed down this corridor. That's the apple orchard. That is the outer classroom. But that direction, two other directions up here. One cut into the mountain just ahead of us, and a bunker door near the campsite. I'm just disturbed by how large this game seems to be. Alright. Having wasted a bunch of steps here, let's go back. Number 7. Dear Uncle, the disappearance of my cousin Mary has long sat unfavourably with me and my father, and I will freely admit to you that the chilly airs of indifference you may have felt in my presence can be attributed entirely to the suspicions that I have harboured for these past years. Suspicions entirely aimed at yourself. Who the fuck wrote this? And while I have never had the opportunity to prove it, I felt very strongly that you had some deeper involvement in those events 4 years ago. Circulating rumours of those months did nothing but further reinforce my convictions in this fact. Those of us that are once bitten are twice shy, and I am aware of the cost my aggressively aloof behaviour has had on the social standing of our family. I do not apologise for my actions, though I am now willing to admit that the conclusions I reached may have been flawed. Last week, I had a confidential conversation with one of our mutual acquaintances, a conversation that has shed more light on this mystery than all of my father's countless fruitless inquiries over the years. I now have reason to believe that you were in fact responsible for smuggling my cousin under cover of night across the red border to the southern seafront, and I believe this may have occurred in September, a full 7 months after she was reported missing, a date that coincides not with her public disappearance in February, but instead with the noticeable theft of the Ruby Crown. We've read that article. If the Blackwater insurgents were in fact responsible for the heist as some have claimed, I believe this scenario entirely plausible, and the fact that 2 of the Crown's 8 rubies have now surfaced has given me renewed optimism that she is still alive. Alive, safe, and finally free. You make that sound like she was imprisoned here. Perhaps my willingness to accept such a sensational story betrays my own desperation. Desperation for answers, desperation for hope, and desperation for a narrative in which you are not the villain. In that distant land we all dream of, the land where the strangling crimson curtains draped across our sky are pulled back, and the windows and shutters of discontent flung wide open. In that distant land, I pray one day to find our Marion safe, happy, and absolved. Courtney, alright. Do I need to start drawing a family tree or something? I'm going to screenshot all of this. I'll probably paste it into my notes later. But I don't know what to make of any of this just yet. This jewel. I've got to be honest, I was expecting more. I was thinking that would be like a large gem worth like 5 gems or something, but no. Alright, so if I get to the shelter, I can get myself a free gem, but there is an awful wait for us. I don't think we can magnify anything there. Alright, so we've opened that. I have a gem. I have some more lore, which I might need to reconcile against a newspaper article that we read in the archives. And that's about it. Well, let's take a look inside and see how I can get myself hosed today. More gems, please. Alright, Spoon Carcass, stop watching now. I just want you to be happy. And not brain short-circuited. The black box is black. That seems like a true statement to me. The black box is true. We don't know whether that's true or false. The black box is empty. We also don't know if that's true. So, one of these statements has to be true. At least one. That is a true statement. One of these statements has to be true and... no, hang on. One of these statements has to be false. And maybe the other one... Well, the other one is true or false. So, let's say this is true. The black box is true. Cool. That means that this box is also true. No, hang on. No, hang on. The black box is true. Okay. Black box is true. The black box is empty. If that is true, then it also means this is true. That's literally what it's saying. Regardless of what's written on there, that means we have 3 true boxes. That can't be the case. Therefore, this one must be false. Which means the sentence, the black box is true, is false. The black box is empty? No, the black box has got gems in it. I'm going to fire one of these one day. I'm going to get extremely upset. Really? Gotta do it. What is that? That's the rabbit foot. I don't know what that does other than greater chance of finding items. What is this? Whatever it is delicious. Looks like a chocolate cupcake or something. Definitely not as nutritious as the bananas and apples and turnips we find around the estate. Okay. So having done that, I now need to work my way around the edge, which is not good. Just like that. Okay, that's a permanence. We get a star. Now, what do I have to do here? Worth more because sugar? You're not wrong, but don't tell anyone. I don't know whether it's random as to whether or not we always get like the next reward or what. But we'll find out, I guess. Mouth shut, indeed. I assume we don't need to adjust the telescope, it's pointing outside now by the looks. I got it correct once, we don't need to do it again. If only the boiler room behaves the same way. Alright, so immediately I've got a problem, I need to go right, and hope that I don't hose myself. If I do, then it's all over. Fuck. That one. We won't be able to come back here. Whoa. We've not seen that. We have no coins, I may as well craft the pantry. I mean, this run's probably dead anyway. Nah, that's a better call than I know it. I know this game is all RNG, but at the same time I feel like I could be making much better choices. Like we're not getting onto the West Wing, for example. Look at that red memo under the shelter. I almost feel like we should be able to read that, but maybe we can only read it in the library. Hallway. Hallway or security? Learn to make better choices as you learn the game. Yeah, I feel like I've played this, well, I have played this for about 3 days now, and I'd say a combined total of just over 7 hours, and I feel like I'm very, very dumb. Okay, we've got to go for the chapel. Don't have a choice. I say that and then realise we went into the shelter earlier, so that's totally fine. Yep, let's do that. Corridor. I don't have the metal detector to help me, but the rabbit's foot really doesn't seem to be doing much unless I'm just missing everything. Am I missing something there? I don't know. Okay, the den is what I want here. We're gonna have to go northward chapel and hope for the best. Don't want the dark room because we don't have the utility closet. We do have a lot of trunks around the place. We've got a trunk in the den and 2 trunks in the main hall. I mean, that's a new room. But that gives me an opportunity to go somewhere else, and that doesn't freeze everything instantly. Freezes your account. Coins and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. That's interesting, but I'd rather keep the run going. I see those heels and I just want to put them on. Sense out of context. I think we did look at that with the magnifying glass and I couldn't figure out anything relating to that safe. Still got no idea how to get into it. But it's here though, every time. No, for real, I see the shoes and I'm like, let's put those on. To give us, you know, a boost. I'm not going to bother with that. Let's do some math. The rabbit's foot hasn't seemed to have done anything apart from that coin, perhaps. That's the first one. First thing that I've seen. Alright. Let me bring up my notes. I won't show them to you. There'll be more to this, I know it. Right, blue is add. 18 subtract 4 is 14. 3 multiplied by 5 is 15. I'm going to take a wild guess and say 6 divided by 2. I see that's purple, which is the same color as the segment before it. So double ring is divide, perhaps, if this works. Yes, okay, good. Let me write that down. Where's my font size? That looks about right. So, 16. This is where fucking BIMDAS is going to come into play. 16 subtract 10 is 6, multiplied by 5 is 30, divided by 10 is also 3. Lots of keys, lots of gems. I could potentially keep the run going if I, get good rooms to draft. I have to go for the West Wing Hall, no choice. I can go for the garage, but we have plenty of keys, and that will just lead me outside to a place where I've already been. Except I can't go that way because the garage is going to be locked and I do not have a... We've got 4 keys. I don't think we need that right now. That would be nice. If only because we can get that off the frigging... use my words. If we can get it out of the pool. So I think I will actually craft the gem. I want those. And again, I forgot that we're sheltered. My bad. Plus I also forgot we can go further south. Holy shit. Okay. Let's do the library. Because there's a good chance there'll be something here and there's not. So I think I will open that one because it's unlikely I'm going to come back for it. Anything nice? Coins, gems, coins. I can go shopping perhaps. Right, what do we want? That makes me think observatory. No idea about that. No idea about that. We have heard about this though. Swimbird by Marion Marigold, so I think I will check that book out. I'll take a look up here, but I don't think there's anything. It's all this stuff, which if you've rated me, this is basically my stats. 7, almost 8 hours. Red letters, okay. That's a permanent, perhaps. Anything new here? Okay, the thing on the right is filled in. My first claim ticket. The burning glass, that's it. I think we can use that to light the torches outside in the tunnel. Oof. I'm stuck in the first grade, chat. Because I ate my crayons before going to class. I didn't know how to fill in the colours. I've got the solution in my notes, I just need to come back for it, I guess. Alright, so we cannot go into the bottom left-hand corner. Let's go this way. We have 2 directions to go. Chapel and this way. Open up. That controls the garage, the dark room. We need a fuse to blow first. And the gym, but the gym's not a problem. That said, the dark room, if I can craft that right now, is going to be sheltered. So that may have been a waste. Alright, am I done? Almost. Almost done. Her necklace. We heard something from the fortune teller about that symbol. The half moon symbol. That would have been nice to have a long time ago, but whatever. At least we've got 2 chances at this. I really wish we had the boiler room or power or whatever it is to get the lab going. Okay, we're not getting through there. I think I deleted my screenshots, but let me just compare it to this very quickly. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Yeah, that is the same solution. That has not changed. Push 3 up after 9. Thing is, this is currently unpowered. It requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. So this, unfortunately, is where the run ends unless something incredible happens right now. What does that say there? We know it's a lie, but I want to read it. You son of a bitch. Now hang on, we know that's a lie. The office can access that. We know that's a lie. Excuse me? Does that do what I think it does? Guess I'll find out. I mean, I've got 1 chance of drafting a shop. 1 and only 1. Alright, I'm certain this is not going to work, but I'll try it. Oh. I think what I have to do is get the experiment behind me going, and then we can run this, and then it will potentially unlock the doors. Yeah, getting through there. That has not changed. That has also not changed. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit too stunned to comment on that. Give me an office, please. Or a shop. Or a passageway. So we have crafted... Which one's a better choice? We're sheltered here. I'm not sure what else can spawn in the waste room, so... We've seen the archives a couple of times. I'm going to spawn this one. Let me go back. Fuck. We have a door on the right, a keycard door on the left. Let me go this way. Let me craft this. Swing hole. Redraw. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's do that. It won't help me, but let's do it anyway, because there's a gem in here. So at this point I can only go north. We do not have security, not that that would help. I really wanted a shot, damn it. Right, so I don't think that works, does it? Because if I put the boiler room there, I can test the boiler room to see whether we need to solve the puzzle again. But it's like you can see pipes going to the north and south there. Do I need to start looking at the I can't bring up my main list of rooms or whatever. So I need to start looking to see which rooms have ducts to make this work. I'll make that, but I think it is going. That's interesting. Like here, do I need to look for a room with ducts? Because I don't see any here. So this is all going. Don't know what that does. Gotta do something. And I've got a shitload of steps here, so I could potentially get outside and take a look. That's not insignificant. Let me just try something very quickly. Yeah, it's still not powered. We've either got to get stupidly lucky with some of the drops here to pipe the power in here, or I'm just misunderstanding something. I don't think I'm misunderstanding it though. It's clear that it says, hey, you need to pipe power in through ducts and whatever. So this is on. Or is it? Is it on? It looks like everything's on. That's on. That's on. This is moving. It's not on. Okay, hang on. The boilers are on. I'm confused, but okay. And I see now what it's doing. This, it's not on. That there's going to direct the flow of steam this way, or that way. Got no idea if it'll power the lab or not. Looking at time, I think I will end after today, because it's getting quite late, but let me solve this. I've done it once, I can do it again. I'm just not, you know, sure how I did it. Let's close that off. It's just confusing me because the boilers are running. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by that, if I'm being honest. Because the first time we came into here, the boilers were not running. We got that up and running, but it's like it remembered half of the solution. If this doesn't work, hello. Got no idea how that works, but okay. 9 and 3. Wait, what was it? Push 3 up after 9. Whoa. Oh shit! The Black Bridge Grotto has been powered and permanently unlocked. Each day you may access one offline terminal from the network. I don't understand what that means yet, but okay. Sorry, Spring, I did see that comment earlier, I just completely forgot to reply to it. It's more of a roguelite than more than a roguelike, yeah. The resources are roguelike, but there are definitely permanent unlocks. Like I've unlocked the Westgate Path, I've unlocked the Apple Orchard, which gives me a few more steps each day, and stuff like that. I'm upset about my key total. I know it's best if I go this way, but I'd love to go north. Fuck it, I've never had a succulent Chinese meal. Dark room, please. $37, $36, $35, $34, $33, $32, $31, $30, $29, $28, $27, $26, $25, $24, $23, $22, $21, $20, $19, $18, $17, $16, $15, $14, $13, $12, $11, $10, $9, $8, $8. How do I get back? 8. Is that the... Yeah, that's a path there. Hang on, no, that is a path there. How the fuck do I get back? I've lost count now. Fuck. Okay, that sucked. 37. 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18. I want to go back from there. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to get back. I do have the running shoes though. I'll go for it. I would love to be able to go outside when all is said and done, just to be able to see what the hell I just unlocked. That said, I want to look at the map many times because otherwise I'm going to get lost. Also, I forgot about the bedroom. Alright, I have no idea what the colors in here represent. Oh, fuck. Is that a thing? That's totally a thing, isn't it? Holy shit. Okay, we need to turn those on. Holy shit, I forgot that first switch was there. I don't think we're done just yet. Although it does mean I'm going to run out of steps before I get outside, but honestly, that's the least of my concerns. Alright, today I learned. Switching that off is a very bad idea. Yeah, these two doors are going to be locked, and I know it. Yep. So we do actually need to power that on. I thought that maybe we could disable it by turning those off, but no. Alright, well, this is where the run ends, unfortunately, and this is where today's going to end. I do want to get outside, though, and take a look at that grotto and see just what the hell we're dealing with. Okay, never mind, we have a key. That might keep me alive for a bit longer. So swimming as another example, somewhere in here there is a photo. That is the photo, or a photo, of the apple orchard outside the house. And you see that gate there? That gate is padlocked, and it was also padlocked when we arrived. And there's a combination to that particular padlock, which is hiding somewhere in this photo. That's an example of progression. I'm going to go back to the boiler room and unlock that door. I could go to rank 9, but I don't want to. Or just get trapped. We're not done here. We're actually not done. This is unbelievable. So I can pipe in power here, but not really seeing the points as to why, yes. Wow, okay. I've never seen a study before. We're not done. How the fuck did that happen? Another one? But we know that code is absolute bullshit. Maybe that's... New room, indeed. Study. After the passing of the Baroness, I don't know how to pronounce her name, or Arai perhaps, her private study was claimed by her eldest son, Herbert Sinclair. Baroness Aravai is our mother. I kind of feel like I need to... I hate doing this, but I'm not doing any editing on this series. It's basically just going up to YouTube. I feel like I need to watch my streams and take notes on the family tree and whatnot. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavour he pursued in this room was realised in the shade of her creative legacy. You can spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Well, we're fucking broke, so that's not going to happen. Oh, I wish I had my magnifying glass. Let me take a screenshot of that. Looks just like rhyming words, but... Okay, so you're removing a letter each time. Raft, raft, draft, raft, smile, mile, vile, viral. Coats, cats, cold, old. No, they don't work because they don't... No, cold and old rhyme. Sturdy, study. Base, ace, acre, lace. Those ones don't work. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. Yeah, me neither. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Just screenshot that as well. He wants a pair for each room, but I've seen so much artwork around here which seems to be repeating. Oh, what the hell. I've got no idea what that might mean. I mean, we see that letter every time, the start of every day. 44 letters in the message? There's a lot more than 44 letters unless you're referring to maybe the, what's written on the envelope. Ace and ace? Which room is that? I don't recognize that room. It might be the nook. No, it's not the nook. Alright, so I'm rich again. The Nice is on D8. Nice. The Queen is on D8. Is that important? Probably. Like, I've seen so many pieces of artwork of that key with the number 10 on it in the various rooms. Say you want to a pair for each room. That I don't fully get that, but okay. So what have we learned here from this room? Something involving wordplay here. There is another safe which I've got no idea how to open. That's in the boudoir as well. We've got this, which concerns the hell out of me. 44 letters. I mean, there's 44 rooms here, not counting the antechamber. Okay, well, that was interesting, I guess. I've never made a laundry room, but that keeps the run going. Essentially for a while because your allowance has been raised. What is my allowance? Well, not shortly, I guess. Do you sell keys? Also, this thing's going to be closed in a couple of days. That's a lie. These damn red memos. We do not have keys. Shit sucks. I don't know what the sleeping mask does, and I don't know what the salt shaker does, so you know what? I think I'll purchase those. First time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5. Okay, that's fairly useless. Salt shaker, what is that? Whenever you eat food and gain steps, gain an extra 1 step. Okay, that's also useless. So I've burned my money on nothing, and I could have burned it on the metal detector instead, and maybe picked up a key or so. Right, lock door. At this point, I think we're done. We kept it going for a bit longer, unless one of these 2 rooms is unlocked, and I don't believe they are. One is a security keycard, and the other one is locked. Yeah, I think that will do it for today. And also for this stream. I think I can get outside. I've got running shoes after all, so let's get out there and take a look at whatever the hell we just unlocked. Damn, we made it to rank 9 though. So I forgot about the dining room. How do we get out? We gotta pass through the chapel, through the pantry. I'll never use it. What have we here? Looks like a delicious wood-fried pizza. Summer truffle sauce smothered in fontina cheese, wild mushrooms, and spiced salami. Cooked to perfection with just the right amount of char. Plus 20 plus an additional plus 10 if you have a furnace in your house. Oh, come on. Eat it all, you wuss. We get plus 1 because of that little salt shaker there. Alright, so I've got a shitload of coins. Correction, I've got 3. I've got a shitload of steps. I'll get that right eventually. I'm very tired. It's past midnight, chat. But there's not much I can do with it unless we find a key outside or a key card outside, perhaps. Wait a moment. Wait. Fuck off. Is that a permanent? If that's a permanence, I kind of hate you for not telling me. Excuse me, can I use that again? Oh, hang on, I switched the power off. We're not done. We're not going outside. I thought the keycards could only be used once. Okay, that's been locked off now. Fuck me dead, people. Fuck me. Okay, I have to go for the maid's chamber. I don't have any gems. That's... It's the antechamber, but it is closed. And I believe I know roughly how to open it. But, I think I'm a long way off accomplishing that. I had zero idea we could use the keycards more than once. Holy shit. Alright, so I believe the door here to the north is locked. This door here, though. I thought that was a keycard door. Okay, now we're done. Now we are absolutely done, unless I find a key on the way back. Oh, so we're taking a lot of steps today. My steps in. Alright, well, that was all very interesting, and I feel like I've learned a lot. I feel like I really do need to review my footage though, which is something that I don't want to do with the YouTube stuff. Like these ones that I'm streaming simultaneously to YouTube, basically I put them up on YouTube and I never think about them again, but I think I might just go back and start making notes. I wish I had a sledgehammer. Actually, no, I don't, because if I could open those, I might find another key and then I might get excited again. Yes, I had no clue about the frigging, Did I run... I didn't run the radiation check. Right, what's in here? Black Bridge Grotto, the grounds. What the fuck is this? I could think of one use for that. Black Bridge? Okay, we saw that. Admin key? Don't know what the key is. No clue. I'm not getting an option to put in my password. A small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. It's not going to be the same, is it? If it is, I'll be surprised. Like, this is the staff password. Oh, not that. Yeah, it says admin not found. After everything I've done today, I still have not done what I set out to accomplish, which is finding the office and accessing the email. Yeah, it's not that. So we've unlocked this. Each day, you may access one offline terminal from the network. Sally, you think you can type here as well? I'd love to. However, I do not have a keyboard connected to my PS5. We've got lowercase and uppercase. That's terrifying. I don't know what the password will be. Alright, that's not as exciting as I thought it would be. I assume we need to find all 3 microchips to put into there. We have a terminal which we need to access something that's offline, but I don't know the password. Or at least I think I don't know the password. That's... I don't know what to make of this one, being honest, because all of the other unlocks we've got, those are very clear. This one is not. I'm sorry, I need to go back and check one thing. And this will be where I call it a day, because I don't know what else to do now. But I've just realized I've missed something and I need to check. And also, yes, I have seen on here that on the right hand side, just above call it a day, we have 2 stars and we have 1 A there, which means I think we're going to permanently start with 1 coin. Which isn't much, but it's better than a kick in the face, I suppose. I didn't even need to do it from here. I could have done it from the shelter outside. Unless maybe it's telling me that I can use it here. Yeah, there we go. It's possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA, and 1 offline terminal may be accessed using the Black Bridge Protocol. Okay. Oh, I see. Holy shit. That's telling me if I craft security, we can use the lab computer. Holy fuck. Okay, we can access the office. Got it. We can look at the emails tonight. Right. Is this going to do anything? Yes. No! Fuck. I want all the radiation. How do I make this place more radioactive? I've been through this house. I've seen bathrooms. I haven't seen bathrooms. I've seen bedrooms. I've seen shops. I've seen labs. I have not seen a toilet anywhere. I can think of a great way to make this more radioactive, but the game won't let me. That sucks. I think there'll be an answer there, but Swimming Carcass, you like all the radiation? Me too. I want my superpowers. Okay, that is massive. I've just realized what the fuck that does. I went there and it looks like we can do something, but I don't know what yet. But no, this is enormous because we don't have the office created, but what we can do is we can go remote terminal access, view active terminals, we can activate the office terminal. You may only connect to 1 offline terminal each day, yes please. Fuck, with that we can maybe find enough coins using spread, and then purchase a shovel maybe, or a metal detector, and find a key. Don't remember what payroll does. Let's do that. Right, I thought we were already connected, but whatever. Okay, you fucks. Eat. I'm terribly depressed, chat. If it says, unfortunately that part doesn't work, god damn it. I'm surprised by that. We are racing into the office. That only gives us the option to look around there, so thinking. Connecting to the shelter will let us open the safe and measure radiation. Don't know why, I guess. Connecting to security will allow us to lower the security, I guess, but not completely disable us. Connecting to the lab is huge. And connecting here is just going to let us spread gold. I'm shocked that doesn't work. I get it. Basically, it needs to be connected to the local terminal for it to work. But it's like this here is resetting us to the original terminal, the lab terminal. This here is now the lab options, not the office options. I get it, but I hate it. Alright, well there may be some coinage around here, but not enough to keep me alive. Yeah, at best what I could do is scrounge up enough coins to purchase the missile detector, and then a key spawns out of nowhere, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. Alright, this run went on for way longer than I thought it would. Holy shit. But I think we are finally done. What is that, a jukebox maybe, or a cigarette machine? I don't know. Kind of reminds me of an old school jukebox. Like a really old school. Alright. Rip. Were these ducks here to begin with? Once again, I think I need to check my footage. Fades to black. We reached the antechamber, but it was very much closed. I know how to get inside. If you look at the dark room on the right hand side, basically we need to go right there and then go north or south into a greenhouse, and then we need the fixed lever to put into the east or west wall. That's going to get us into the antechamber. But the amount of work involved there is ridiculous. 137 steps taken. Damn. New rooms? What, Black Bridge doesn't count? Alright, I'll do an Alt F4 here because I don't want to burn another day. That's roll call for tonight. It is 12:37 AM and I have work tomorrow, so I need to have a shower and go to bed. Yes, there it is. There it is. Master Simon. No, you're a woman. Master Simon, good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it is convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. I require a shitload of golden gems, and keys, and key cards. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect of us. Anne Babbage, house manager. And go fuck yourself. Give me some keys, give me some fucking gold, give me some gems. Don't give me one coin. 44 letters. What does that mean? There are not 44 letters there. There are more than 44 letters here. Silly, yep, Anne is being stingy. I don't want to insult her last name, but with a name like that, I feel like that's a stingy person. Just, I don't know where that's coming from. If your name is Babbage, I'm sorry. Please don't cancel me. Yeah, that's roll call for tonight. We still got two things there. We have still not looked at the emails in the office, damn it. I came here with that goal and I did not accomplish it, but I feel like we've learned a bunch of other things, and I do wonder if I need to go back and start watching my footage. We're never getting through there, I think. If we are, don't tell me. No idea what this is. And whatever this is, we can go inside, but... we don't have an admin password to get me in there just yet. If I can find 2 more microchips, maybe I can plug them in there. But I've got no idea where we'd find those. Has this changed? It has not. So my immediate thought with that is, you know how we've got the breaker box in the utility room with the colors? I was thinking maybe that meant on something, on, off something. Like it feels like there should be space for 6 particular digits there running vertically. But that doesn't make a lot of sense because those would have to correspond to colors, I guess, and it's running vertically and not horizontally. But that was my immediate thought regarding that. Maybe something to do with the utility box. This though, I've got no idea. I do see something up on the top right, but I don't think we could even look at that, you know, with a magnifying glass. Damn it. I had to try, damn it. Alright, well, I think this is where I'll leave it for tonight because it's way past my bedtime. Everyone watching on Twitch, everyone watching on YouTube, thank you for doing so. I sincerely appreciate it. Dark Matter 2, or Dark Matter Rules, or whatever you're calling yourself this week, thank you for the raid, man. I sincerely appreciate it. Everyone else who's stopped by and is still hanging out, thank you for doing so. Thank you for watching me struggle through this. Thank you for dealing with my terrible voice and my lack of ability to pronunciate things. That's not a word, I know, but you know what I mean. I'm very bad at this. I'll get better one day, I promise. Alright, let's call it there. Thank you, everyone. Look after yourselves. I'll be back online later this week with some more blueprints. I'll see you then.